Hey, what's up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back. So this month, my portfolio is down again. It's not terrible though. It's definitely not going up, but the market's not going up. Everybody's portfolio is going through, a downturn right now. But the part nobody talks about is, even with the market going down, I'm still getting paid, right? With everything going on in the world right now, I'm still getting paid. My portfolio still pays me. And I'm going to show you exactly how that happens and what came in and show you on the spreadsheet, behind the scenes, what everything looks like and what I'm personally thinking about right now and how I'm handling this. So let's get started by diving into the portfolio, and then I'll take you guys into the spreadsheet later and share all the behind the scenes stuff. So got to record the screen. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Okay, this is in Charles Schwab. I'll refresh this for you guys right now. This is 8:30 Saturday morning here in China. You can see yesterday the Dow was down 1%, the Nasdaq was down 2%, the S&P was down 1.5%. Wow, and my portfolio was down 0.79%. So I outperformed the markets. Even though I was down by less than the rest of the market. So this portfolio is $76,099. So it did lose some money since the last time. Right now I got $61. This is negative 61 in cash. I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to double check. But since I have negative $61, I guess I have $61 in margin. I don't know. Maybe I spent too much money by accident. So anyway, we'll look at that later. XDTE, I have 1,130 shares. SGov, 150 shares. SPYI, 142 shares. SCHX, 242, and MAGY, 131. So if you're not familiar with what these are, I'll just run over them really fast. XDTE is S&P 500 zero DTE cover call high income ETF. SGov is just a treasury, like treasury bonds, stays $100 all the time, never changes. So this is where I store, emergency cash. SPYI is the NEOS S&P 500 high income. It's like a cover call ETF, but it's further out of the money. It's not zero DTE. SCHX is the S&P 500 Schwab's version, so it's not a cover call dividend ETF. It's just the S&P 500 pretty much. And then we've got MAGY, MAGY, which is Magnificent 7 cover call ETF. Again, not zero TE, just a regular cover call ETF on the Magnificent 7. And that's all I have in the portfolio, plus the minus $61. I don't know what happened there. I'll have to check out what I did. I bought some stuff last night, and maybe I didn't pay attention to how much cash I had. Speaking of last night, when I opened up and the market was going down, I did add to SCHX. I bought some of that because when the market rebounds, it usually will rebound pretty quickly. And because cover call ETFs are usually capped to the upside, I won't be capped on the upside with something like SCHX. It'll help me rebound my portfolio much faster. That's why I have this one, basically like a normal, like covering the market play. That's not a cover call ETF. That's not dividends. So it keeps the stability in the portfolio a bit there. But you can see it was down 0.84% yesterday, and XDT was down 0.5%. So the cover costs do help because you get that premium. So let us help offset things. That's the one good thing about having cover calls. But they do cap you on the upside. So with SCHX, I'm not capped. So anyway, I'll take you into the spreadsheet, share with you behind the scenes, and we'll talk about how much I've been paid and what's going on with these positions and that kind of thing. So I got to find out how to record the screen here. Maybe. Let me move my camera. It's blocking the view. I can't even see what's going on. Okay, new screen recording. 3, 2, 1. Bam. All right, there we go. So this is inside of my spreadsheet. I'm going to make it bigger so it's easier for you guys to see. And let's put it at 150%. Yeah, that's big enough. So there's my positions here on the left. You can see I put the little blue box around it. That's what I own. So again, I told you that about the positions, what they actually are. And then if you look here on the right, with the blue box around it, these are my number of shares, which is what I just showed you guys, and my cost averages compared to the share price. If we go over here to the right side, you can see it's got a bunch of stuff on here, which I'm not going to cover all this stuff. It's not really that relevant to you guys, but we will look at the performance of these. So we'll stop and take a look here at the market return and the total return of what I have, and then we'll dive into the dividend numbers and other stuff later. So you can see XDTE right now, the market return is negative 8.8%. Total return is positive about 14%. I've had this for a long time though. Maggie is actually a relatively new position. It's not brand new, but it's relatively new. Minus 14%, and total return is minus 7%. Now, I'll talk about Maggie really fast because this is, it's set in stone, but since about October of last year, the Magnificent Seven has been beat up pretty bad. Money's been slowly coming out of all the Mag 7 stocks and going to other places in the market. And then with the war stuff going on, also these stocks have just been through a lot lately. And so I started slowly buying this, just a little bit, not a lot. You can see it's only 7% of my portfolio. But I do believe once this conflict ends, the market's going to go up. And I do believe that money is going to go back into big tech, which is basically Mag 7, your Meta and Amazon and Google and all this stuff. Because NVIDIA, these stocks have been beat up really bad, and they're great companies. And I believe that's where money's going to go, and I believe these are going to take off. So I think this will come back, possibly. It's not going to come back fast because this is cover call ETF. It is capped, but I do believe it can come back pretty good. So, but I'm not really adding to this. It is on drip, but I'm not buying any more right now. I'm just kind of patiently waiting. But yeah. Next, I've got SPYI, again, which is the S&P 500 cover call ETF. It's down 6.4%, and total return is 3.8%. And also, again, for me, this is a relatively new position. I've had XDTE for over a year. SPYI has been a few months. We'll see that in a minute in the spreadsheet, in the dividend payments, how long I've had it. SGov, this is where I store my emergency cash. I just basically have cash here in case of a market crash. If the market crashes, like literally crashes, like 25 or 30%, like a real crash, then I have cash I can pull out and buy stuff for the cheap. But we're not in that situation right now. This is, I guess you would call it a pullback. It's not even really a correction. I mean, we're not down 10% from highs or 15% from highs yet. So, but we're heading that way. We're heading to correction territory, I believe. But we're not bear market territory. We're not crash territory. So I'm just calmly, patiently waiting. I'm not touching this for now. And then SCHX, you see, minus 5.5%. This is also relatively new. I started adding to this to remove some of the volatility from my portfolio. So like I said, when the market does go up, this can go up uncapped, and the market can recover 5% pretty easily in a matter of days, really. So this can help bring that back up. And you can see it is about, what's going on with this spreadsheet? It is about 8% of the portfolio. There you go, 7.98, 8% of the portfolio. So anyway, let's check out the dividend log and see how much we've made. Oh, I'm on the wrong side here. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is 2025. Here's 2026. So you can see here in 2026, you don't really need to pay attention to these. This is an old story, but I'll tell you guys just in case you see, because you see the numbers here. XDTE January was $2,700, but that was a one-time end of year payment. They just gave it to us in January instead of December, but it was a larger payment that they usually don't pay. They hold back from some of the dividends throughout the year to try to maintain or keep the NAV stable, but they're required by law to pay that out at the end of the year. So they paid a large payment, but it's typically around $800 to $1,000 per month normally. In February, I got $619 from them, and that was because they were paying a lower dividend, trying to maintain the NAV, because that's when some severe market volatility started, and also they just paid that large payment, so they were trying to recover the NAV and make it stable. And then now here in March, again, conflict in Iran, huge market volatility, so they are paying lower dividends, trying to keep the NAV price stable, which basically means it's not going down as much as the market. As you've seen when we started this video, I was down over 0.5%. The market was down 1.5%. So by not paying as large of a dividend, it keeps the NAV more stable, but it still pays me some money. So we got 477 this month from them. Maggie hasn't changed their strategy at all in terms of the amount of money they're paying on dividends. So we're on track for a normal thing here. We got 107 so far. XCT and Maggie pay every single week. So we got more money coming in this month for them. They're not done yet. SPYI pay me $72.18 this month. This one pays every single month, so I won't get any more payments this month from them. But you can see the payment is slightly increasing, but that's also because I slightly increased my shares because SPYI is on drip, and I bought a little bit here and there, slowly adding to the position on red days because this actually has more growth upside potential than your XDTE does. So slowly adding to this one. SGov pays each and every single month, and you can see this is a relatively new position because I didn't get paid in January or last year. This is February and March, so I got $40.86 because I believe the rates did go down a little bit from like 4% to 3.5% or something. So the dividend is slightly lower because the Fed did cut some rates a while back, so that is reflecting in this month's payment. Next, we have SCHX. We can see I haven't received anything from them. This does pay a dividend, and it's quarterly. So I will get a dividend from SCHX now in March. But this is a brand new position for me that I just opened up in, it was either late December or here in early January when I opened this. I think it was January. So it is a brand new position. It's just been a few months. But for me personally, I'm adding to this on red days. You've seen I'm out of cash now in my portfolio, but I will be adding some cash to this portfolio for that purpose of buying more SCHX and some more, a little bit this and a little bit of that whenever the market is down. Am I opening new positions right now in terms of like starting a brand new investment in a brand new company or brand new ETF or something? No, I'm not. I'm just adding to what I have now. And right now, my main focus is really on SCHX. And XDT is basically the income driver of this portfolio. But I do have a lot of money in there compared to other positions. But it is basically the most stable and pays pretty consistent, pretty steady. Well, SPYI does also. But so anyway, in terms of the market right now, what am I thinking? To be honest with you, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows what's going to happen with this conflict in the Middle East. And like, is it going to get worse? Is it going to end anytime soon? How exactly is it going to affect the markets? I mean, the markets could crash any day now. Then again, this weekend, Trump could come out and say, okay, we're done, and just leave Iran. And then Monday, the market's going to scream like to the upside. So we really don't know what's going to happen. It's really unpredictable. And really the only thing you can do is to just stay calm and, don't panic sell at a loss. And, don't, just because the market is down a few percent, I mean, it's not a crash. We're not in bear market territory yet. So don't panic and sell all your stuff. Looks like you don't know what's going to happen. And typically people who stay in the market over the long term do better than people who try to time the market. We've all heard that before. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just stay calm and add to my positions and don't panic. And that's really it. Pretty simple. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe and all that stuff if you haven't already. And any questions or comments, leave them for me below. And I'll try to remember to put a Discord link in here. I do have a Discord. It's free. I just keep forgetting to put the link because, I don't know, I just don't spend much time over there, to be honest with you. But if you want to go in there, just, a few hundred people in there. And see you guys next time, man. Y'all take care.